Good evening, Kenya. This is Kenya News Alert. Karibuni sana. I am your host, House of Zulfa, and today is on the 25th of February 2025, and as always, Kenya News Alert tumewaletea mgeni. But first, I'm gonna give the honors to Felix to introduce my very dear friend. Yes. Atamaliza kushtuka kwanza, najua umeshtuka. Yeah.
Ati nimeshtuka.
So just relax, then introduce yourself and then introduce our guest.
So unaweza fanya hivyo. Anyway, this is Plains and Felix, and I really welcome you back to the show. This is an update show. Ni kama Zulfa ametuandalia maneno kweli. So thank you so much, guys. I hope we shall enjoy the show.
Okay, so Felix anashinda kumuintroduce mgeni sababu pa kidogo pa moyo pa. But either way, so you know, I know acha nikuache. Sawa? So people, let me say, when you say that there are some friendships that last and last, yani the last time I've seen you sijui ni lini, but we talk, we're in the same city, and then today you're here. Hey, welcome sana. So let the camera go to our guest aji introduce. Nataka kusema jina, acha ujiseme jina. Everywhere you are, what you do, sawa, just tell the people of Kenya.
My name is Brenda, a friend of Zulfa.
Oh, very good friend.
She's a good friend of mine. I'm from Kitengela. I think that's all I can say.
And that's all you can say? You guys, she's an actress. Sawa, one of the best. Actually, one of the best. You know the first day we met?
I remember.
So you see, when you don't say you're an actress, sawa, but she's an actress, she has like her own businesses. Everything is just a boss bitch. Sawa. Brenda, welcome to our studio.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Let me tell you, tukena nyumbani umbea. Felix, introduce to us our topic.
I don't know why you are trying kuniingilia hivyo sana. Sijui ni kwa sababu nilikwambia ukweli. Anyway, guys, in Parliament leo tumeona ka drama kidogo. And at some point, Zulfa, I do ask myself, why at some point women officials really have that need of being reminded to dress properly when it comes to public environments and offices at some point. Yeah, so today when we were trying to make follow-ups, we could see one of the individuals being advised, if possible, to dress properly. Is it not shame?
Shame? Shame on what?
At shame on what?
Hapo yo tuko yo place ya weti mvenye mtu anadunga tunauliza. Should we even care? Kama amevaa
at should we? Wait, what do you mean at should we even care?
Because at this point,
but remember, this is a public facility.
How was they? How are they dressed? Walikuwa kwa uchi. Because I really want to see how they were dressed. Emma, Brenda, what do you think? At this point, should we be talking about dressing?
No, my point is they were not naked. Right?
Yes.
They were dressed according to the way the person saw. Nikitoka kwa nyumba, I'm okay. I'm so comfortable in this dressing code, so this is how I'm going to show up today.
Yani, if we're still hapo kwa mtu anafaa ku dress juu a certain way, another, as long as this person is not revealing anything, were they revealing their private parts or revealing something? I want to see that. I want to see how they were dressed. Ndo nijue from there, now we can judge eti who is jua medress aje. You know, there's a day so Karen Emo being told that yatoke kwa koti sababu eti amevaa kwa hiyo parliament, sababu eti amevaa eti nguo ambayo imefika hapo inaonyesha eti mikono. What is that?
So she was supposed to dress a long sleeve nini.
Yeah, ifike huku.
That's not right.
What is that?
Let us try to consider both sides, right? Zulfa, remember Parliament has got different individuals, right? We have got people who are young, and at the same time we have got people who are at their late ages, right? Unajua, like when you are a young member of Parliament, you really need to remember there is somebody who has got a daughter or son who is of your age, and there is that need of having respect when it comes maybe going to that area. You cannot maybe decide to take Parliament to be just like a college or campus. That is an official and public
jeans
environment.
Were they wearing jeans? I don't wear jeans and my t-shirt.
Must an official wear jeans when it comes to office matters?
No, sinauliza. Sisi ndio ziko allowed you should wear like officially. So what please Mr. Producer atuchezee your video nione, because I don't get what's the issue with that. As in baada tuko tunasumbuka na vitu vingine kama like mbona hakuna steamer places zingine, mbona hashaifanyi, tunashughulika na mambo ya eti someone was dressed poorly at this century. Let me ask you something, Felix. Sawa? We go to a club somewhere, and then I go there with a dera. Utakuwa like, oh, ude wamedress fit, amekuja na dera kwa club. Sawa? No. Hapo utakuwa like, umekuja umevaa nini, kwani hii ni nini umekuja umevaa nayo? But there's somewhere that you wacha wewe. Wacha kabisa. People should dress as long as they're not as in walking naked.
Let us have a look.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This fund is supposed to reach every corner of the country where there is need, especially a place where it is semi-arid and arid, and places that receive floods. They deserve a lot of keenness to be supported all the time, because everybody here was born in a place. And if you were born in eastern, northeastern, northern part of Kenya, or Budalangi, or the semi-arids in Kenya, you did not apply for God to get you there. So all the places that deserve to get attention should be well funded adequately, yearly, with an intention to make that area attractive, like desert areas that we visit in Middle East. Otherwise, I don't think there's anybody who would love to be described as poor, severely poor, and always needy anywhere in this world. People have their own dignities out there, even if they lack now. If their situation or standards of living is improved, then they will also just not be waiting to be helped or be called or described as beggars. So this equalization fund, I support that it should in fact be increased, but wherever that fund touches, it should be progressive, yes, but we must see that actually a town, health centers, institutions like schools, just good roads that attract investors are constructed. Many investors are not attracted to places where there is poor infrastructure, and also where even getting a health facility that has real medicine is missing. So we need to make these places more attractive, better.
Hold on a minute. There's a point of order, Honorable Basil.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I do want to interrupt my sister, Honorable Omanyo, but after checking on how she's dressed today, Madam Speaker, I don't think Honorable Omanyo has dressed within the parliamentary requirements. So I think...
Well-dressed woman, look at me. I have a shirt that is well ironed, a windbreaker just in case of the cold, and a trouser that is good. It's fitting me. I have no problem if he wants to emulate my unique elements. that are expressing my individuality. You should talk to me nicely to teach you how to dress.
And my dress, my choice.
Yes, my dress, my choice.
Honorable Doyan.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. For Honorable Basil to say that Honorable Catherine, she's not properly dressed, he should tell us if he's used to with yellow color, so that, because we have very important things, Madam Speaker, to discuss, only to point out to a gorgeous white in color, you know, the best color that most people don't want to have in their closet. Next time, Madam Speaker, Honorable Basil should be put into task for wasting honorable members' time by bringing pettiness, opaque, null and void things before this hot air, before this hallowed house. And where are women, Madam Speaker? What is wrong with him? She's smart. Look at Catherine. He's asking, she's out of order. Maybe he wanted to be felt by his constituents that is in Parliament. He has been missing for the last 5 months. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Okay, honorable members, let us proceed. Honorable members, let us proceed. Honorable Beatrice Elachi, you are contributing to this.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Order, honorable members, let us proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And just to tell Basil, you know, you never tell a woman that she has not dressed well, unless you have admired something. Having said that, Madam Speaker, allow me to just go and support the Equalization Fund in terms of administration. But to say that, I'm also very sad that ever since I was a nominated senator, we have spoken about Equalization Fund, how we can administer, how we can deal with it, how we can support our people, because, Madam Speaker, when we had this in the Constitution, it was meant to ensure the areas that are marginalized have been able to be supported, especially by national government, so that the projects that were there.
Who could have thought that this simple ear trick could help fight off dementia? Did you know that memory loss is not a condition of the mind? Most people don't know this, but the real reason behind Alzheimer's and dementia has less to do with age, lifestyle, or genetics than we first thought. Here's the problem. No matter what type of...
Unless I'm admire, you never. Gypsy, hi, how are you? So tell me, anyway, what nini ilikuwa issue na dressing you, madam? Tell me, uyo mjamaa. Gypsy anasema Basil left his manners at home, and that is true. Like, what was wrong with the dressing? That woman is dressing like where? Ish. No, Meski just wants his constituency where you were. Hi. Andaka his constituency where you are Parliament. So what was that? What was that? Tell me, Brenda, you have seen. Did you see anything wrong with the dressing?
No, there was nothing wrong with the dressing. She's proper. Hey, I'm a dress vizuri.
Yes.
Sawa.
Yes. She was dressed vizuri. Yeah. And then sasa huyu anakuja hapo anaanza kusema eti order. Aseme tu amemcrashia.
Exactly.
Wallahi.
There's something he saw.
Yeah. And he just wanted her to talk. And that woman.
Unajua Zulfa, when I can take my time to listen to that guy, he was saying according to, right? According to
what?
The way parliamentary members are supposed to dress. Yes.
How are they supposed to dress?
Hiyo sasa ndio ningetaka if possible hilo swali mfikie, but the fact is yes, that woman is not out of the out of respect, right?
Yes.
But the fact is, there is that there is that manner someone needs to maintain officiality, and the way the person should look official. That is what. Okay, what he is trying to avoid is use of Sunday best dress codes to the chamber. So I think ni vizuri, it will be good if we accept and try to rectify wherever we go wrong. Yes.
Brenda umesalimiwa na Gypsy.
I'm fine, Gypsy. So acha nikuulize. So they wanted her to tuck in her shirt to look like them. No, she's a lady. A lady dresses venye amefeel. Nikitoka kwa hii nyumba, I'm comfortable.
Yes.
I'm not. I cannot maybe say that you are talking what maybe cannot convince anybody. You have got the point, but this is the reality. There is that reason everybody needs to be official. You cannot just come with Sunday best where.
Kwa nini umevaa shati? Blazer hajavaa blazer ita kwa windbreaker. Sasa windbreaker. Hajavaa windbreaker ambayo ni asijui jeans, amevaa ya material.
Na hajavaa trouser tight.
Yeah. Ni flare in fact. So what? If Egyptians
the problem with thank you. Hi Gypsy. I see you.
Lady was well dressed, but still was attention seeking and trying to exercise his masculinity, and that is true. But there are men who feel like they must express them. They have a right to tell you how you are. Masculinity, and let me tell you, we're gonna shut you up. So,
my sister, please.
Because let me tell you.
Yes.
This man. Hata umeona even there's a man who amesema, there's a man there amesema my dress my choice. That was another man who has said that. So this man was just trying to like humble this lady. Ujadunga fiti, sijapendezwa na umedunga. Who are you? Wewe ni nani?
What do men really want?
What do men really want?
So let me question. Ni mimi mnauliza?
Yes.
You really need to ask question. Okay, let me tell you the truth, my good sisters. At some point, respect and the stop laughing. I'm trying to make you understand something here, right?
Okay.
So at some point, respect and self-control at some times seems to be the key of good coexistence when it comes to these two genders. That guy could see something that was not necessary and essential. Somebody cannot just come from the bush and start complaining that look at this person is not well dressed.
That guy could see. That guy could see something about Speaker Akwana.
Exactly.
That guy could see. What was he looking at? Unajua
ati nini?
Alikuwa anaangalia.
Then you really you are supporting what is not supposed to be supported.
So this woman
no, let me tell you, Zulfa. I remember there was a day I was trying to convince you about allowing some of the aspects in parliament or other government offices, in fact official offices, whereby ulikuwa unakaa ulikuwa unajaribu kunini kusupport mambo ya digital wa squeeze like tunaweza apply everywhere. Do you remember that day? Do you remember that day when we were talking about Salasia when he was trying to record in parliament? I was trying to convince you that at some circumstances, if we can be so free, right? And at some point, if we can be so free, as I have already said, it will never apply in some areas, just like official areas and honored areas, just like parliament. I want you to imagine that mtu amekuja parliament using maybe funny language, dressed funny. Now that because we are a digital people, it will never make sense. And at some point, there are some of the programs will be violated. somebody is coming with a very funny language ya nangaka ngwata, I don't know, kuna vile wanaongeanga mimi nakugwata mbafaku nini. Like seriously, somebody is coming up with that language in parliament. Somebody is coming dressed funny. Today, that guy is complaining that that lady is not well dressed.
What is mbafaku?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know that language, but I love listening to that language. It's like a whole new language. Now, Felix, when you say that digital, these people have brought digital things, that woman was dressed officially. After Vakama 1920, you want us to dress the same suits. Says wow, wanavaa 15 suits. Sikitabo wanavaa suti kubwa ya babu, suti bagi. But right now when you get kuvaa utavaa strong imekushika Felix. Unapenda kuvaa don't touch na I know you kwanza. Sawa? Na something imekushika. Then why is it wrong for a woman to do the same? Yake mshike pia. Ow. Brother, what do you think about that? Because the basic dress kama 1930 when we are right now. As well to dress na the right way.
Tunaenda na venye kuna kuwa modern na sisi pia tuna dress hivyo. Sawa? Hakuwa amevaa miniskirt.
Yes. Na pia miniskirt kuzi ni official.
Si ndio?
Yes. As long as he ajinika. Unaambiwa na gypsy, Felix.
That's so wrong.
It's very wrong. It's 2025. Jesus Christ. I'm going to read the way I'm ending in fact and dramatic pauses. I'm going like, Felix. It's 2025. Jesus Christ. Basilos a distraction. That is distracting. Tuko na issue ambazo zinatusumbua right now. Then someone comes out of there and anataka kuongelea dressing at this juncture. Nasema juncture.
Instead tuongelee what is chenye kinakula Kenyans. Mtu analeta topic ya dressing code. Really?
Distraction upuzi. No, you know what the thing with nilikuja kurealize there's something that used to happen here. So, with my very good friend Papa Felix. At the end of the show, he will say something that will trigger me. That I will have to respond. So I respond for like one hour of like, why am I responding to this? I shouldn't be responding to this. So like nikakuja kurealize kumbe anatumia reverse hapa psychology. Na pala nimeanza kukua like unajua time inatoka hapa saa 3 usiku. Unaona? So this person was just trying to distract this woman because woman anaongelea story ya Northeastern. Anaongelea story ya huko anataka wakuwe vizuri and then unakuja huko
na dressing code zako.
Tunamaliza 30 minutes at kuongelea dressing code. Is that good really, Felix?
This is my question. Do you really think that it is wrong to raise your opinion where you feel like or where you think that there's something maybe wrong somewhere which you think that it is not right? Is it wrong?
You think, you don't know. You're thinking, Felix. Una think. Stop thinking. Sawa? Atana na ikikuuma muite kana kwa like cheki madam. Kuna venye man umenibamba.
Kuna venye
Useme kuna venye umenibamba. Umesikia? Hata kuna ule senator amesema aseme tu there's something that will attract. Achana story nyingi because even as right now amefanya sasa we are discussing that. In fact, we should be discussing about the equalizer. Sawa? That fund that's supposed to be equalized. Unaona? So that is what they were talking about. Like kama producers tupeleka hapo tusikize wawili watatu masenata alafu to discuss. Tukuje to debate on what they are saying. It would be good. But the thing is we are in 20 Zulfa talking about dressing code. I like the colors you're wearing. Woo! I could stand. Let me tell you, these colors, they represent something. We shall talk later. So Felix, umesikia? Speaking about what? Felix sema, speaking about what? Amependa nini? Sema, ambia watu. Do you like the colors, Felix, on my clothes?
Yes, I like them.
Good. Actually, Gypsy, I do even sell them. So if you want to buy them, just link up. Now, what were we saying? Kuna hiyo fan nafaa get equalized, si ndio? Upate Northeastern. There's something that Felix said today. Ushaona video za Turkana wakichora maji saa 9 usiku? You're like, is that Kenya? Hii ni Somalia ama ni Kenya? Umeshaona kitu ama kitu places right?
Yeah.
Uko like, is this Kenya? Is this Kenya? So I think that is what they want to do. What do you think about that? Should we, everybody mtu akitaka Kitui akuji kusema Kitui anataka lami aje? There's a way they call lami when they see lami. Kama Tale. Yeah. So because they've never seen it. Do you know that, Felix? There are people from Kitui when they see lami, so they call it Tale. I don't know if you I don't know if you can get that
right.
Sawa, that is it is Tale, but Tale also means something else. Yeah.
That's how they call their roads.
Their roads, because they don't know what that is. In Meru also, in Meru there's a place called Kale. Kale like kama jade, na kama kuna Meru up in the house, sawa, I was there like kitambo. Kama barabara hawajui barabara. Let me tell you bado vitu ziko sijui aje. There's someone who told me they went somewhere in amnasau ni wapi. Sijui ni Baringo ama ni said gani, but uko ndani. And they bought chakula ya 70 bob. Food that was so much. And this person was like I'm going to explain to you, Gypsy. And this food was like sijui ilikuwa ni maharagwe na machapo nyingi, but ni 70 bob. So this person was like, watu bado hawaja, yani develop. It's like Kisaju, but excuse me, mambo Kisaju imesha develop. I can tell you back in 2018, of which 2018 life was really ilikuwa gafiti. They used to sell mayai 5 bob.
In Kisaju.
Na bado sasa kuna msana alikuwa hapa aliniambia mayai ni 10 bob. Uko. When you buy for 20 bob right now or 25.
15 bob.
You buy 15? Oh my god, I buy for 25. Want to go place gani? But either way, you get the difference now.
So that's why wanataka kila place ikue equal.
Developed.
Kukue developed, kukue like nikitoka Kitengela, nende nikanunua mkate place kama
Kisumu. Kisumu, yes.
Nipate it's the same price.
The same price. Upate huko ni 50, huku ni 70.
Huku ni 70, huku ni 80.
Yeah.
Unaelewa? So, I think me support them kukue na hiyo equalization. Sawa? Lakini at the same time
bado nataka na Kisaju nunue mayai ya 10 bob. Yeah. So, Gypsy, I know what are you talking about? About there's this place. I don't know if you've ever heard about Kitui. Now, Kitui, there are places uko ndani that they don't know about. Niambie zitangu waje kwa English. Lami.
They're not tarmacked.
Tarmacs, good. The tarmacs roads.
Don't worry.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, they are not tarmac roads. So when they come to a place like, I'm going to say even just a place where there's that road, they don't know what that is. They're like, what is this? What is this? Wanaona stima wanashtuka kwanza. Sindio?
Yeah.
Yeah, in places in Kitui huko ndani or some places in Northeastern that is like, they're not in Kenya. When they come now in Nairobi or in a place at least up on a fika place, friend is like, they're now, where? So either way, Felix, what do you think about the equalization of the fund?
When it comes to that point, I want to say they are trying to maybe figure out how they can manipulate that a little amount that the country can raise to run services smoothly. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Gypsy, let me tell you something. You should come one day. I take you to these places. Even that place that you wanted us to go in the Turkana, those places. There are places.
Those are forward areas.
Those areas, they don't know about, like when they come to Nairobi or when they come to these places, like they're in a different place right now. So let the producer take us to sikize pale kwenye Senate wanaargue aje.
Senate ama
Parliament, yeah.
There are areas like in Meru where we are in their need of this equalization fund. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. That brings us to the end of that debate. The mover, Honorable Kimani, mover to reply.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. From the onset, I would like to thank the many members that have made very, very good contributions onto this bill. We like the proposals made by Honorable Dorothy and Honorable Sergon, Honorable Kathambi, and all those, Honorable Umi, and all those good contributions that will be made on this bill. And my advice is, as we'll be seeking, coming to the committee of the whole House, please liaise with the clerk's office so that you process those amendments, and we will be happy as the sponsors of the bill, the Committee of Finance and National Planning, to make sure that we actually have a law that that's going to be watertight, because what you've had, the problem with the Equalization Fund Act, it was declared unconstitutional by the court, so we are looking forward to have a piece of law that is watertight. Also to have a piece of law that balances the distribution of these resources, because as Honorable Umi was saying, we need to have these projects so that they're not so thinly stretched that the impact that they're supposed to do in bringing those marginalized areas at par with the rest of the country are not realized. Because what you've seen, Honorable Speaker, as I think it was Honorable Kaluma who was saying, when little money is allocated to, say, a water project in a big town or a big city, then or in that marginalized area, then the money is too little to really have a good impact. So we would rather have fewer projects that have an impact to the community. And what honorable members were saying, they also have a way of assessing those the success of those particular projects, Honorable Speaker. But Honorable Speaker, another bigger debate that we should have, and I think this needs to be addressed better by the other house, the Senate, is there are some also areas that are marginalized because of political interests. Where you find some counties, governors, because they probably perceive a particular area, they do not have political support, they end up neglecting that area in terms of allocating resources for those projects. And unfortunately, even some of the NGCDF committees also neglect some of these areas. So in as much as we want to bring those areas that are marginalized at par with the rest of the country, I think it's also important that we have political goodwill of all the leaders and all those people that are assigned with allocating resources to our communities, so that we do not disadvantage some communities, we do not marginalize some communities because of our own political differences. And with that, Honorable Speaker, I beg to reply.
Very well. I will defer the putting of the question to the next appointed time. Next order.
Order number 10, the Insurance Professionals Bill, National Assembly Bill number 13 of 2024, second reading.
Honorable Kimani, today is your busy day. Could you move the bill? Oh, you had moved. I'm told it was moved and seconded, so I will start with proposing the question. Honorable members, I will then propose a question that the Insurance Professionals Bill, National Assembly Bill number 13 of 2024, be read a second time. We'll start with the member for Kitui Rural, Honorable David Mboni.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving this opportunity. Let's say on onset, I support the bill because, of course, it's from my committee. And Madam Speaker, this bill came to Parliament, in the 12th Parliament, and it was really, it was not well drafted, but the one which we got this Parliament, it was very good, and of course, we are also requesting the members to propose for amendments to make it more better. Let me say this: this sector is a very important sector in this country. It contributes 2.1% to the GDP and employs over 10,000 people, either directly or indirectly. And together with manufacturing banking and ICT sectors, they contribute around 53% of tax revenue. However, insurance penetration in this country still remains low. It is at 2.4%. The third largest, the third lowest in sub-Saharan Africa, and below global average of 7%. The sector faces a lot of challenges. One of them is public perception that the insurance agents are conmen, and therefore people really don't want to take insurances. And uncertainties in the market and cyber security risk, together with the workforce inefficiencies, because some of the claims, they take too long to be honored. I have one which has taken like 3 months before I'm paid. And the last one is unfavorable government regulation framework, which has harbored the penetration of the insurance in the country. This bill is trying to address some of these challenges. And the main objective of the bill is to provide framework for regulation of professionals in the sector, to enhance the standards in the sector, and also promote professionalism and address certain concerns regarding professional misconduct in the sector. A lot of people fear this sector because people don't have, the people who work there, they don't have a very good conduct. The bill seeks to establish the Insurance Institution of Kenya. In fact, this bill is trying to establish two things. One, to establish Insurance Institute of Kenya, and also Examination Board, which will be doing regulating the exams, which are going to be taken by professionals in this sector. So in the case of Insurance Institute of Kenya, this body is going to regulate professional conducts and maintain level of standards of services rendered by professionals in the sector. This is like equivalent to ISPAC, if you know ISPAC, whereby if professionals in the sector misbehave, they are going to be penalized and put in order. Part 4 of the bill contains provisions for the registration of insurance professionals, so that the professionals can be registered, and therefore their conduct can be monitored, and those who are misbehaved, they are going to be punished. There is also going to be a registration committee that will be mandated with the registration of professionals. That's what ISPAC does, basically. All the professionals work who have done in accounting profession are registered, and they can be monitored. And the bill will help to promote the recognition of insurance professionals in Kenya and beyond, so that at least even those Kenyans who have they have the professional qualification, they are recognized like the way accountants are. The bill provides for examination board, professional examination board, which is going to be entrusted in preparing syllabuses and set up exams. Madam Speaker, when we are doing public participation, we realized that College of Insurance is the one which is which is actually setting up exams. And some of the courses, they are 2 weeks. So somebody starts wondering, if somebody like assessors, they go for 2 weeks and then they become professionals. Somebody starts wondering, if somebody does an exam, a course of 2 weeks, how does that person become a professional? So these are kind of standards which we are talking about. So this examining body is going to prepare for syllabus and set up the exams, and also issue certificates for professionals, and promote legalization of these exams, so that at least anybody who doing this exam is recognized as a professional. Currently, as I said, there's no professional examination board for the sector. And this body, that means if the exams are going to be set here, somebody who has a college, a student who is taking courses in somewhere in Keses, or in Kitui Rural, or in Mwea, can take the exams in that college, because they are going to be the same exams for each and everybody for that particular course. So, as I said, I think this bill is very important, so that at least we can be, the penetration of insurance can actually be enhanced, and the contact of the people working in the sector can be good, and people are not going to lose their claims as it has been happening before. With those few remarks, I support.
Thank you. Member for Kitui Central, Dr. Makali.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I also join my colleague, Honorable Bonnie, in supporting this bill. And it's important that, Honorable Speaker, this bill is in the House today, because you and me, you remember this was in the 12th Parliament. And you couldn't see the end of the day, because the term of the 12th Parliament ended before the bill could be passed to be an act of Parliament. So how I wish that this time, Honorable Speaker, we'll be able to see this bill going through. This bill is very important, Honorable Speaker, and it has remained important for many, many years. It's only that we are doing this when, according to me, it's a bit late. This should have been done many, many years ago. And why am I saying that? Honorable Speaker,
tumemsikiza yule baba pale ameongelea hiyo fund. So Bwana Felix,
yes,
get deeper.
You know, the Equalization Fund is a fund that provides basic services to marginalized areas. The fund is established in the Constitution of Kenya, so it is not maybe something maybe people want to take that it is a generated program from nowhere. So maybe they are trying to do this so that they can go and fund at some point those those who are taken as who are disadvantaged. Yes. Zulfa, have you ever gone to Mandela?
No.
Mandela is better. Have you gone to Turkana?
No, but I'm planning to go.
Some areas they do say that they are not in Kenya.
Sababu wanavoishi.
The climatic condition, yes, I'm trying to explain for you. The climatic condition is not favorable. It is not friendly, in fact. For somebody like you, mwenye amezoea greens, unaona, huko hakuna.
Greens?
Yes.
Greens?
Unaona hizo greens zenye unapenda, unaona, unapita, unaona miti mizuri hapo. Yeah. So those people wamezoea kuona ile yenye iko na miba.
Semi-arid.
Yeah.
Semi-arid places.
Kitu ka hiyo. So the fund is funded by 0.5% of the national government's annual revenue. The Commission on Revenue Allocation identify marginalized areas. Do you know the marginalized areas? Unawajua?
No, tell me.
You don't know?
Yes.
Okay, nitakwambia. So the national government uses the fund to provide basic services like roads, water, health facilities, and electricity. The government can use the fund directly or indirectly through grants to counties with marginalized communities. Yeah, so ukisikia maybe they are trying maybe to support that water and whatever, they really know what they are talking about. Unless maybe watuambie kama vile Raila aliunga serikali. Unajua sasa hivi vile tunasema hivi ni kama hakuna upinzani kwa hiyo parliament.
Hakuna.
So people, wherever you are, don't think that maybe you have got individuals in the parliament who are going maybe to be against something which is not good.
In fact, wanakuwa na support. Hakuna mtu ambaye yuko kwa government ambaye ni ako opposition. Brenda, what do you think about hii kitu kuletwa?
To me already na support because we really need to twende juu kidogo. There's a I saw, sorry to this, but kuna kitu niliona TikTok ya Chris Brown. Aliulizwa na fans, why can't you come to Kenya? Akasema Kenya doesn't have the ya ku support concert yake. Unaelewa?
I think she kuja Mombasa.
I don't know what he meant by that, but I think our government should stop all the dramas they have and concentrate on mending our Kenya and making it a better place. A place that hata tourists wakikuja
what they feel,
wana feel enyewe this place has a history, has a good history from where it began to where it is. Si ku develop places kama Nairobi unafanya huko mbele nyuma hakuna. Unaelewa? Venye tunaonanga hao watu waturukana na Mandela waki wanachimba chini kutafuta maji.
Imagine
we need like water is what I know water is a problem in Kenya.
Wallahi
water is a problem in Kenya. In some places like zenye Felix amesema Mandela, Turkana, hizo places they need to think about these people. They are Kenyans like us. They are suffering.
Yes.
So they need to think about them.
Actually, on that, governors wanafanya
alafu venye wanasema wata fund these places, not all the governors and all the cabinets wenye wako in the counties zenye zinafandiwa watakuwa that royal. Kuna wenye watakula zile pesa.
Obviously. Unapata imeshafika chini haikuna pesa.
Tuongee tu kweli. Si ndio Felix?
True.
Kuna wenye watakula zile pesa. Na na kubaki hivyo. This person only cares about themselves.
Yes.
Hata care about kuna mtoto wa mtu amelala mahali kama hajakunywa maji. Unaelewa? So I think me support it and they should really be fast about
it.
About
it. On that thing umesema mtu ajali ambaye mtoto wa mtu hajakunywa maji. There was this story about one of our fans hapa alituambiaje kuna huyu Eric Omondi ametoka hapa ameenda Turkana.
Yes.
Ametengeza shule, amebeba uniform. And then the MP akakuja akabomoa ile shule. Hiyo darasa ambalo liko imejengwa na akachukua uniform zao na akachapa wale watoto. Na yeye mwenyewe anafanya hivyo watu ambao wako helpless. Mtoto wake anasomea shule fulani inalipo 850k.
Hata tuseme mtoto wake yuko Kenya, anasomea shule kwa majuu huko.
Na kale kitu kidogo huyu Eric Omondi ametoka kwa menda amefanya hapo, hataki hao wapate. Unachukua uniform unanyanya mtoto.
That is what I was about to give you as an example. Unaona hii bill yenye unapitisha hapa ni hao watu inalenga, sivyo? By the Zulfa, uliniulizia what marginalized communities are. Hawa ni wale watu wenye wako disadvantaged. Kuna vile ninaweza nikakueleza, there is a way I can maybe explain it to you.
Like they don't have all the resources.
Yes, they don't have all they feel like they are
rejected. Huyu mtu kutoka Mandela akuje Nairobi ataona kabisa wasn't in Kenya, now
this is Kenya.
Unaelewa? Hivyo sasa
anakuja anapata huko kuna maji ya chupa, hata hiyo maji ya chupa kuna maji ya yellow.
You drink yellow water.
Ati yellow water.
Yes.
Maji yenye yanatoka chini si safi.
Si safi, ni ya yellow. And then they come find you unakunywa maji clean. Yenda
unaoga daily.
Unaoga daily na once. Na depend oga wapi.
Hata si once, maybe once na nini.
Unaoga na hiyo maji, inakuja mama anaoga na hiyo maji, brother yako mkubwa inakufikia wewe ishafika ya green.
Alafu sasa ile maji ndio itosha nyumba.
Nayo.
Yaani
ana kuna sakafu kweli kwa hizo nyumba. Manyata houses. It is not good. It is not good. It is not.
It is very difficult.
Yes.
It is very difficult. So marginalized communities are groups of people who face discrimination and exclusion in social, economic, and political system. This can be due to factors like race, gender, disability, or geographical location.
Yeah.
So our people, they are not rejected, right? They are not discriminated. They are not excluded in social and economical and political systems, but they are disadvantaged due to geographical location. Mumekubaliana na mimi ona? Watu wa Turkana kweli serikali ni watambui?
Inawatambua.
Inawatambua. In Mandera hawajakuwa na stima tangu Ramadhani ya last year. Mpaka saa hii. Unasikia hata like ni generator wanatumia kwa hospitali. Like kwa surgery leo generator mafuta, you're done.
Yeah,
you're gone. And we shouldn't unasikia kwa hizo sijui ina KMTC. KMTC zao ziko only dorms za wasichana. Wavulana ndio jua miti. Na huko ni KMTC. Hamna dorms za nini? Za wavulana kwa KMTC.
And they have a governor.
And they have a governor.
Na pesa wanapewa.
Na pesa wanapewa.
And he has money.
And he has money.
Alafu frontier anatoka huku, the frontier can maybe go there to do social work, to do charity, but the uniforms and the classroom
and then someone comes
get destroyed.
What is that?
At some point
you want to blame these leaders of that place? Maybe wao ndo hawataki, wanataka kutoka kwa mafala ndo wakipewa pesa au watu mafala hawatakuja kuuliza pesa imeenda wapi. They want us. You know the house that we used to shoot in? Uko. It used to be for governor of where?
There.
Ile nyumba huko tulikuwa tunashooting tukianzaga.
I don't know.
It used to be governor of Turkana.
Yeah.
Samburu. A governor whole nyumba ambayo imebaiwa, let me tell you, iko tu huku a big
house.
An empty house
with a watchman.
With just a watchman. Na unapata watu wako hawana kitu, kuna kwa hawana hata nyumba za kuishi. Yeye amenunua, nasikia hata sio peke yake, kuna zingine huku zimejaa. Kwa estate moja ako na manyumba kama 5 empty.
There's this story I saw, a lady, she's not a Kenyan. She accidentally died. I can't remember her name, but to her story ilimove watu wengi because alitoka akaenda akavisit ushago kwa beshte yake. Wakati alifika huko akapata this place, tuseme ametoka Nairobi, ameenda place kama rural places huko Turkana huko ndani. Akapata watu hata they don't know, yani hawajui kama kuna nini zingine, hawajui kama girls are supposed to be educated, hawajui boys are supposed to be taken care of too. Hawajui a lot of things. There's no water, there are no schools. So this lady akaamua, I'm going to support these people and I'm going to stop whatever they are doing. So the lady akaanza kujenga shule, akachukua watoto, akaanza kuwasomesha, alichukua all gender. Hakusema ati girl child, boy child, nini. Alichukua wote because boy child pia akona nini zake. Girl child pia akona zile zake. Sawa? So akachukua wote, akawaeka, akaweka nini? Shule, maji, kila kitu, medical nini kila kitu. Wazee wa kijiji sasa wakaanza kupingana na yeye. She wasn't supposed to be doing that. So it reached a point, it is believed she was poisoned or something. Nobody knows why she died. Aliumwa tu na tumbo na ni hivyo. You know? So these people made sure she's gone.
They don't change.
Yeah, they don't change.
Wanataka tu waishi in 1950.
Yeah, so to my point is also the people living in that place.
They don't want change.
Pia in Kenya, tuseme tu au watu wanaishi Turkana and some places huko ndani wanaweza kuwa hawataki ile maendeleo. Wanataka kubaki pale pale.
You remember bado at the same thing when we went to another place in Kajiado huko ndani Kajiado.
Yeah.
And we heard that this madam was telling us her daughter is going to get married after class 8.
So that's
by an old man.
Eh.
And the husband is okay with it. That place, how did you see it?
So
there are people who are still back.
So also we can't blame our government on some things. Unaelewa? We can't blame be blaming them on everything.
Because these people maybe
pia kuna watu wako pale hawataki maendeleo.
Because itamaanisha afai kumari mtena ako 18 years, ako 12 years.
Kuna watu they strongly believe in their traditions.
They want to circumcise their ladies.
Yeah, exactly.
Na wewe unataka kuja uanze kueducate
na wewe unataka kukuja uchukue bibi ya mtu useme huyu atasoma afike hapa. Na maybe alikuwa ashapelekwa pale akasemekana huyu ni bibi ya huyu. So huwezi mtoa tu. Watakata
you got something like I didn't think about.
So we can't blame our government.
But
also,
at some point they do mess. Let me tell you the truth. They do mess when it comes to a circumstance whereby the Turkana kids, they were totally innocent, my sister, right? And at some point this guy Eric went there to just do charity. He could see these kids learning from from under the tree, right? He decided if possible to apply that little effort that he could apply to just support them. He gave them uniforms and he decided to build a simple classroom, right? Sasa they could now end up saying that you went to finish the already started project. Let me ask you, we saw even some pictures, we saw some videos, how that structure is. It is not even a permanent structure. It was a temporal structure which was meant for a period of time to just support them as they wait for the permanent structures to be built. They decided to destroy it now that they were claiming that he is trying to chip in a project which was already started. Let me ask you, my sister, does it mean that project was at infinity? Let us be serious at once. I don't know, maybe the best maybe action that could be taken, and I never knew whether they took that issue into consideration or they just left it. Did they? Zulfa, did they?
In fact, that issue ilishaga tu hapo.
That was wrong.
That was really wrong.
It was a total mess.
He could have gone and supported Eric in finishing where he had
alikuwa ameifanyisha
na akanyang'anya watoto school uniform na akawachapa.
Another thing, there was no any structure which was already built
by the government
that can convince us that this guy went to complete.
No, there was already videos of how he came akapata chini ya mti and they started building. How he gave them books and uniforms. You know those people are paying uniform, mtu ambaye ametoka familia hata ya afford kitu. You have seen those documentaries of those children?
Mwenye anakula 1 meal a day.
Yes, and they work at distant. Anatoka hapa Nairobi shule na arudi jioni hapa na kesho amke aende hivyo na ni kutembea mguu, and then you find someone like that doing that. And you know these places should be equalized. Upata huyo hakuna unaona unapata unakuja sisi, because how did you live this way when mimi nilikuwa na nini tracking to school, going eating 1 meal, there's no water, there are no hospitals. Ukiuma nyoka wewe tu tunakuangalia mpaka udedi. We just look at you. It is not good. Let me tell you, it is so sad.
So sad. Extremely. It is extremely.
Some governors are so selfish.
I cried the entire that
Yani, let's say the whole government, few of them are good people. A very few of them. Hata ifiki 50%. Au wengine wote. Utaona mtu akifloss vitu amenunua huko online. Akifloss gari, watches, nini, expensive
Then that's why me and I don't even like these people at all. These people sometimes, you wanna brag to me about your car.
That's why Kenyans walifanya ile maandamano and they just gave up on everything.
Because like we did this, we died, people died. People died. You know, people just...
and they didn't care.
In fact, like, I saw this MP was saying, it was on the 25th of June when that happened. They brought to the parliament. At the CC, to go from CCTV, that's how we escaped. They came, they ate our food, are you serious, bro? You're thinking about that food that people ate, you're thinking about the lives that lost and why these people were so mad.
Walikuwa watoto wa watu walikufa huko.
Walikufa hivyo kama sijui nini. Gypsy is saying, but then Naomi Campbell was given freedom keys to Mombasa and Likoni. So it depends what Chris Brown is looking for. Achana na Chris Brown wewe, sawa? Sasa then Gypsy is saying, Zulfa, I'm still working on security. I don't want to disappear. What Brenda is telling you is true. Daniel E told me the same thing. There's a culture war up there, but he accepted my offer. My dear, let me tell you, it's all good. Actually, Brenda, you told me something that I didn't know about that. These people, maybe they don't want change. So, but this Gypsy person, they want to go there. They want to go there. In fact, what moved them was that story about those children that were harassed because they were given school uniform by Eric Omondi. Okay, so they are planning that we go. Even they want us, me and Felix, to go with them there. We go shoot things. We do things there. But the thing is, you've shocked me. Someone is being poisoned because of bringing change, bringing clean water, bringing medication.
You know, what is leading to all these issues is all about greediness.
Exactly.
Most of the individuals do have that mentality that they don't need to be overpowered, but let us hope for the best and everything shall be well. So Zulfa, when it comes to these funds, this fund that we were trying to talk about, its purpose is to accelerate development in marginalized areas and to bring the quality of services in thank you. The fund's purpose is to accelerate development in marginalized areas and to bring the quality of services in these areas to level all the rest of the country. However, there are some of the challenges to the funds implementation, including constraints in national revenue, delays in fund disbursement, and unclear monitoring and evaluation system. So at some point they do face those challenges, but that is not our concern. Our concern, we want to see our people being good.
And changes. You want to see changes?
Yes.
Yeah, and development everywhere.
You know, the same way you're saying that I have books. I drink clean water.
Yeah.
They should be drinking. Sini kwani kuchimba tu borehole. Everyone tell me that those people they don't have places they can any borehole. But then how do boreholes work? Unakuja tu nadungwa ama wanapima maji kwanza. Wanafanyaga aje?
I really don't know, but
if you dunga long enough utapata river Turkana imepita hapo. Sindio, ama if you dunga this thing like uko, you'll find a river down there. Yes? Ama how does it work seriously? Because they could have wamefaa wamedunga maboreholes, wameka dispensaries. There's this madam, sawa, she was from I don't know where, in Kajiado. And let me tell you, she was brought to the hospital. She gave birth in the bush. Sawa. It was nasty. It was just nasty. I can't even talk about it, but just know that she gave birth in the bush and she went home. And you know how those Maasai, those back wakoko nyumbani, how they work. So she was just, I don't know what happened to her, but she was, by the time she was brought to the hospital, she was rotten from the inside because the placentas had not been, so it was not good. It was not good at all. because the old ladies are like, even us used to give birth this way. In fact, what she was rotten from the inside. A young lady, in fact, married by a 60-something. She was like, I'm gonna say 16 years old. And then the doctors just let this girl go back to that person. Because what can they do?
Me, I feel also Kenyans also should consider helping someone who's in need. Sawa? Siti ningie, I'm a young girl, I come to your hospital, alafu unaona kabisa
I shouldn't be
nimeolewa na this is not right.
Yes, and you just let it go.
And then you let it go. I think they should help people.
You know, today as I was coming to the name, I was going somewhere. So now when I was going somewhere, I saw a young boy. They were sitting somewhere, and then I'm like, this boy shouldn't be sitting there. They are young. They are carrying a bag. You know, they look tired. You know, there's that sense, I look at you and I know you're not.
Was that boy in uniform?
No, he was not in uniform. So I tell the driver, like, just stop, let us go there. So we got there, and then I'm like, how are you okay? And this child is shaking, you know. So they are shaking. I'm like, what's up with the bag here? They are like, my cousin locks the door, so like I have to stay outside the entire day. And then when my cousin comes is when now he opens the door, I get in the house. I'm like, what is that? So you stay here, there's no food. Do you have food? They're like, no, I don't have food. What is that?
People are heartless out there.
So as we were saying, like, you know, I stood there, then another woman came and another man came, and we were like, have you eaten? No. So we buy food for this child first. And then the thing that annoyed me most is that when I have stopped now to ask this child, and there was another man that was just sitting there seeing this child, and then this woman comes and says, amekuwa hapa tangu Saturday, anaishingi hapo tangu Saturday. And then why didn't you ask this person? We are on Tuesday. You're a mother. You're a woman.
Yeah.
You didn't ask this child until you saw someone else come stop. Now, if I didn't stop, you could have just left this child. And no, in fact, children are disappearing. You heard that.
Yeah.
It is a whole thing out here. So we go, we buy food, and then we come to realize this child, their parents died, and they came to live with an uncle and a cousin, and he has been mistreated and all this and all this and all this. And it is just nasty. In fact, he has not slept in that house for like 3 days because the last time he was beaten.
So he could sleep where?
So yes. In the streets.
So they have been sleeping outside.
Outside, under trees, under vibandas. It was really nasty. So we go.
How old were they?
They are 9 years old. 9. God. 9. That was actually, yani. No. As you were saying, Brenda, a doctor comes and sees that this is a child that is giving birth, and you let this child go back to that old man because si shughuli yangu ni Masai wanafanyaga hivyo, ni sijui nani wanafanyaga hivyo. Well, fuck that. You need to be like, no, what are we doing? Because like yani that's why we should equalize this fund. Upate huko pia kumewekwa, like the same way we are accessing social media here is the same way those children are accessing social media, is the same way they are accessing medication, is the same way they have roads there. So they have, at least now the child will be like, I'm not going to get married by this 60-year-old. There's something else I can do after class 8. I'm after grade. What do they do now? Grade something.
Yeah, the government should introduce some things in some
those
places.
Education.
Because there's some people somewhere they don't know.
They have rights.
They don't know. They have rights. They don't know. Ati yani they don't know, how their country is. They don't know how their country is.
You ask them who's the deputy, they don't know who's the deputy.
They don't know.
They think it's Gashagwa, even now. Even maybe they think it's like Bado Uru's time.
Yeah.
They don't know who is the, because they don't even, in fact, when we are saying it right now, at radios are in, kuna watu bado radio kwa chief.
Kuna watu hawezi
Zulfa, hiyo nakubaliana na wewe.
Yeah.
You know what? Ebu imagine somebody akona bunduki anachunga ng'ombe, sawa? Ataenda kukumbuka kununua radio lini?
Kitu nafikira ni ng'ombe yake itakula nini? Ng'ombe yake itakula.
At some point I could see.
Ng'ombe yake.
Yes.
At some point I could see very very young people, young men who are under my age, could carry guns, right? Real gun, just like that.
AK-24s.
Yes.
AK-27.
I don't know.
They are called what?
I don't know. What's fun?
I have said AK-24. 47. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's okay, unless maybe if you want to be a terrorist. That's the time you will know all the types of guns and how they work. So I was trying to say,
Yes.
this boy, by the way, they were very 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 smart and handsome young boys. When you try maybe to focus beyond their vision, you could see people who are destined, right?
Yeah.
But now they are poisoned by the kind of activities they do engage in. Without carrying that gun, it's just like you want maybe to imprison that boy. Zulfa, some of the communities in this country, we really need maybe Gypsy amekujibu.
Oh my god.
Not AK-24 but 47.
And now my sister is watching. She's not gonna let this one go ever. She'll start calling me again.
Yeah, so AK-24 was just chilling.
Wait, and then they're like, what?
Zulfa, take your time.
No.
It's okay. So I was trying to figure out what if this boy maybe could be in campus somewhere, could be in high school somewhere, about to go maybe and graduate from his college.
What if?
Let me tell you the truth. There are many potentials that are just taken for granted, that are abandoned. You understand?
Yeah.
So I'm really focusing on a situation whereby the government has come up with a strategy of supporting these young men from those areas, right? Let me tell you the truth. Of those people who can make good defense forces are from those areas, because they are used to, because they
and should they be used to war? You know,
no,
last year,
let me tell you this. There's somebody who has got a potential. Zulfa, you are in this office because your potential is to get seated before the camera and address people. Somebody else is somewhere because of that potential. Let me tell you.
But if there's someone out there, as you're saying, yes, that is true, whatever you're saying, but if there's someone out there who wants to become a doctor, who wants another life, but they don't know they have that option of becoming a doctor. Gypsy is saying that primitivity should not be allowed in a country which is supposed to thrive. So we are supposed to look after each other. We need a community centers where children can be looked after and got off the streets. That is true. Ooh, that is true. Let me tell you. You know, this woman was saying, unajua, nowadays you just can't go and approach someone's child, because what if you approach that child and what if what?
I really support this. Zulfa, I support this comment. By the Gypsy, that's why at some point I feel like that I love you so much. You know why? At some point, I really like when somebody gives an information fostering what the community tends to be granted. Let me tell you the truth. Those communities, we have got abandoned abilities that could be very productive in this country. Uliona, did you see in the internet whereby someone could use scraps, right? Someone could use old mobile phones, and he decided to, in fact he innovated a robotic machine that could imitate whatever he can do, And he came from, I don't know. This
And that person
from
has,
Ghetto, I think it
never been in a class.
has never been in a class.
Why is that? Why do you think that is?
And that video was saying that that guy has attracted Chinese and US attention. He's from somewhere around
To
here.
me, all kids are supposed to go to school. As long as that person is akona mentality poa, huyo mtu anafaa kuwa shule.
Yes.
Huyo mtu anafaa kuwa shule. Hapo ndio tutapata madaktari.
Yes.
Hapo ndio tutapata yani influential people.
Yes, teachers, electoral
Very
workers,
good people.
psychologists.
Na maybe hao wenye wananigletiwa huku.
No, huko kuna potential.
Nao ndo wazuri.
Have you ever gone to class with Masai? A Masai?
Masai they are so intelligent.
So intelligent. Let me tell you, they are these twins. I used to be in high school with them. Let me tell you, you're like, why are these people? Why are these people? Like Sanai Paitanda is a Masai, yes? She should go back to those places and be like, you know what, because I got the privilege of kuzaliwa Mombasa, but you people are here, let me go back to you people. Nani mwingine, this Masai should bring the education to those places and the other communities.
Yeah, but the problem comes where nimelelewa huko, nimetoka, nimeenda, nimepata pesa, but I don't want to go back and support my
You must go back. Never forget where you came from.
Yeah.
Never. Let me tell you, I will never forget where I came from. I will never. I will always go back to that street. Sindio?
But do you know there's someone somewhere mzazi wake aling'ang'ana akamtoa pale akampeleka place nzuri apate pesa, si ndio? After amepata ile pesa amesahau mzazi wake, kila mtu wa kwao, just because amesoma. Unaelewa? So we can't also blame the nature places where they come from. Pia huyo mtu anaweza enda patane na another company of people yenye watamlead vibaya, wamwambie they don't know this, ukimleta atakuaibisha, ukimfanya hivi, if you help them they'll still come and turn around wakuaibishe nini. Unaelewa? So pia people should change their mentality.
I really appreciate, and in fact let us hope that everything will be okay and nobody will feel rejected.
Yeah.
Okay,
Zulfa, what can you say maybe? Because
what I can say, I'm gonna insist actually what Brenda said, mentality to change. So, and I'm gonna also say that primitivity in a country that wanna
Thank you.
nayo. Tupeleke the step, ukipata hapa Kitegera kumefunguliwa shule, basi pia Turkana, basi pia Northern Mandera, basi those places pia wafunguliwe shule. Isibaki ati hiyo mtaa inaga shule and the government knows. Tukatai. I have heard the president today say that atakubali Kilifi yashwe nyuma. There's this friend of mine. She's from Kilifi. She told me sasa ameolewa huku, okay? She can't go back to Kilifi because where she comes from, no, is it Kilifi or Kwale? Kwale. Unaona? That where she comes from, sometimes mnalala juu ya miti because of those clashes nini. Inabidi mzee ndo aacho huko, mnaongea na sauti za ndo mjue kama wamekuja ama wajaenda. I go like, I can't go back there. And I'm like, Sasa, so when you left, you left. Yes. And now we leave. Wanaacha nopata go akuna watu. Have ever gone to right when you're going that way? You napata one house here, another house there.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that actually? Akuna watu because watoto wametoka huko hata pia. Hamna watu. So as we finish because of time, sawa, Gypsy saying, Kenyans are clever people. The first congestion charge in Europe was founded by a Kenyan, Ebuskia, in Europe.
Yeah.
Tried to do the same in Kenya, but he was told that it's too expensive for Kenyan taxpayers. What is that?
Tell me. Now tell me. Now tell me.
Simple thing. We have a corrupt.
Why do you, why we really need to avoid to be okay, can I tell you? They wanted to use that knowledge. They wanted to exploit that knowledge, benefit from that knowledge, but not his country. Yes. So we really need to be very careful, and Kenya should know that we are intelligent, and we can stand by ourselves. Do you remember even Uhuru Kenyatta, what he told those people? Stop crying. You don't pay taxes in USA.
Yeah.
USA has got its own government. Why are you crying?
What are you crying?
We really need to believe in ourselves, believe in whatever we do.
That was the first waste energy was invented by a Moi University student. Now Europeans have stolen the idea. Unaona sasa? People, I'm gonna give Brenda like 1 minute. You say something and then you say your name. We go to Felix. We do the same. Then we wrap up the show. We shall meet here tomorrow.
Okay. To me, that bill should be passed. Okay. And they should really, yani wakuwe na ile, ndaisema aje, words zinapotea, but wahakikishe wame keep their promise.
Yeah, isibongeo tu na wacha.
Isikuwe imeongelelewa pale kwa parliament, alafu imeongelelewa pale parliament, alafu ibaki kwa hiyo nyumba ya parliament. Iko hapo ndani, ilikuwa debate, tumeiacha hapo. Sawa? So to me, our government, please keep your promises. Keep your promises.
Thank you.
There are people suffering out there.
Yes.
Yeah. So please, me, I can beg for those people in Mandela and Turkana, because I always see them. Please, msiache ile ikuwe debate, ikuwe maneno na matendo. So, my name is Brenda, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. Let me tell you, you just say your name. Say what you want to say. Tell me what you want to tell people.
Okay. Umekubali?
Nimekubali.
Umekubali? Brenda, congratulations. Anajua amekubali nini. Yes.
Nimekubali nini? Nimekubali na support hiyo nini?
Si umekubali?
Yeah.
Thank you. So this is Plains and Felix, and I really appreciate you guys for joining us. Let us meet here early in the morning by 8 so that we can discuss more. But by now, I really wish you a very good night and a very good day for those people who are not in the country. Bye-bye.
Yes, and this is House of Zulfa. I thank you, Gypsy, so much, and the people watching out there. But actually, I'm going to ask you a question. So, tulifanyia nini Kim?
I'm not sure. But maybe he's busy.
Okay. Okay, please. So, Gypsy, much love. What is Brenda, you asked how once? What have you said?
Ati I'm asked how?
Anakuza how? What are you asking? I don't know what they are asking. So
it is a comment.
Yeah, it is
your comment.
Yeah.
So Gypsy, can you come up, please?
Basically, Gypsy, thank you for joining us. Thank you for always being that person.
Gypsy is so asking much. Where Peter is and Kim.
Let me tell you, Peter, I know where he is. Sawa, he told me he's gonna sort something, okay? But Kim, I don't know where he is. I don't know.
Much love, Gypsy. Much love. Really love you.
Yeah.
Wherever you are, feel loved.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the love that even a trailer cannot even try to carry. It is very heavy. So feel that love.
Yes. Good. So we're gonna look for them and then we're gonna tell you where they are. But someone said that they watch silently nowadays, so maybe they are watching silently. So this is Zulfa. Tupatane kesho asubuhi saa 2. We shall be here with much mushene, with much things. I pray that we just continue, as you said, let us love each other, let us support each other. And let us believe that you are the most intelligent people. Tupatane kesho majaliwa, inshallah.